Yes, guys, I'm here at the Intercontinental Hotel. As you can see, the sign there of where that meeting is taking place, and the deliberations are still going on. It's a very difficult situation in this place because it's a very tight security. But the major important issue that I hear about is that there are deliberations on the issues in DRC, the issues on Zimbabwean issue. That is the issue of SADC report. I heard that it has been adopted, and that simply means that it's indirectly, we can say it was endorsed. And when that report is endorsed, it simply means that therefore even those elections were null and void, elections were nullified. By extensions, the ZEC results were nullified. So yes, it's a very tricky situation. We cannot explain it properly, but by interpretation, that is what it means. And of course, I can say by confidence that the SADC summit has adopted the SADC report on Zimbabwe elections. So if it is adopted it has noted that these elections were not free and fair and were not credible. That is what it means, because when you note something, you uphold it, you endorse it, you adapt it, and in simple terms, you agree with the contents of that report, which is very clear that these elections were not free and fair. So, by extension, the presidency of Mr. Mnangagwa has been nullified. And I'm here representing the SADC Citizens Democratic Society and all the citizens, of course. Even though I came with the intention of ending these petitions, we are guided to not to leave it here, but to go to another office. Because you remember that Mr. Lorenz, the president of Angola, has the right, he's the chair of the SADC actually. So that is why we need to respect that. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending of where you are around the globe. We know Zimbabweans are around the world, in every corner of the world. They are looking for green pastures. They are in academic institutions. Some of them have followed their spouses around the world. This is Change Radio Zimbabwe. My name is DJ Prof. Makadima Zimbabwean amahle kwese kwamuri. Tinovimba kuti muri kutinzwa zvakanaka ningabe nichona njani mahlabe Zulu indawo zonke. Sithemba ndiyasizwa kakuhle. Ndinonzi DJ Prof, igama langu DJ Prof. Nasu unoyu tiri kuda kuti tikurukure nenyaya ndambotaura masikati tange tichikurukura nezvenyaya SADC head of state meeting or SADC extraordinary congress yakaitwa nemusi wemugovera kana kuti nezuro Saturday, ndikakutaurirai kuti change tina guest inenge ichibva yanga iri ikoko kuSADC ikokoko, vachange vachitaurira kuti chii chakaitika, chii chakatora nzvimbo and chii charofungira kuti chichange chichizoitika. I know kuti there are a number of things that zviri kucirculate pa social media around nyaya yekuti takaona Emerson Mnangagwa achibuda musummit achisangana naRuben Barwe, the ZBC presenter, achibvunzwa nenyaya yekuti SADC yataura here kana kuti SADC yambotaurawo here nenyaya yeZimbabwe. Did the SADC spoke or the issue of Zimbabwe, was it on the agenda? And we heard Emerson Mnangagwa speaking to say no, the issue was not on the agenda. Here we go, we have got the person who is actually who was and is still in Angola where the summit was happening. The video that we just show you, that's the person that we want to speak. Regaindi in introduce to the guest of tonight, champion. Regava introduce vega. Champion Magadin.
Triple Magadio Prof. My name is Trust Nkovu. I am a citizen, a concerned citizen, and I came here in Rwanda, in Angola, where SADC was having a meeting or a summit on the issues or on the agenda that we were, some of us, we were not.
Okay, so we must be, I forgot to put this disclaimer. We must be with Champion Trust in Love there. Champion Trust in Love where the hotel where is in.
And pandakafika kunoku ngathola ukuthi hayi ngempela kuyakhulunywa kuyaxoxwa meeting ikhona kodwa ke azange asivunyelwe phela thina njengoba singabantu nje uyabona njengomuntu nje i-security way tight njengwanazi ukuthi kunabantu abaphethe abantu beSADC la. So nami ke uma ngifika ngaba ahlangana nabanye abe-civil society khona ngapha, ahlangana nabanye abathanda ukuzwa ngendaba zase-Zimbabwe nase-DRC. In that case, when I came in, I was allowed to come through because I indicated that I have a many Zimbabwean citizens to start society members who are well known and who are very close to some of the member states. So it was easy to gather information from the sidelines. That's when I came to find out that the SADC summit had something to do with the Zimbabwean election report, and they deliberated on the SADC report, and accordingly, the communique, which is officially out there, it clearly states that SADC noted the Zimbabwe election observer report, which is SIOM, and when they say it was noted that they are talking about. Not inside, and I couldn't be inside, of course. I had to find out. To get information is not an easy. It's not easy in these people they speak in was clearly saying that the issue of Zimbabwe was deliberated on. They talked about it. That's how they came to note it. You cannot note something which you have not talked about. And in terms of diplomatic language in SADC and other international instruments, when they talk about having noted something, they talk about, it's like a resolution has been taken that we have endorsed the SADC report on Zimbabwe election results. It was that kind of information which made me to say, let me now be able to talk to tell the people what I've heard and what I'm hearing and what has happened. So by interpretation, people always say, if you have endorsed, if the elections were endorsed, election results report were endorsed, it means that all those issues which were stated there, which we all know, SADC have accepted as the basis of the truth, which says elections were flowing, issues of FAS, you can name them. So the process was flawed. The process, according to SADC report, says that you cannot expect a legitimate government from an illegitimate process. So it is by interpretation to say that the government of Zimbabwe right now, the presidency was nullified by interpretation. Please note that. But the SADC, from what I've gathered, says very clearly that they have decided to keep some of the information from the public in trying to maintain the peace, security, and the unity that they are trying to build between the opposition and the current incumbent. So it is what they have decided to do. And for now, perhaps let me stop here. But there is a question which I think I should also answer, to say, why did I come here? I've already explained that I came here as a citizen and who is yearning for peace in our country, who wants to find out what can
Oh, sorry, I was speaking back to my voice. So for those ones who just come in now, we are speaking to Champion Trust in Love. Champion Trust in Love is one of the Zimbabwean citizens, the Zimbabwean concerned citizen who has flew to Angola to witness
and to galvanize.
Okay, I think it's back now. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. Okay, so like I was saying, Champion Trust in Love is one of the people that have traveled to Angola to witness the extraordinary Congress that was happening there. Like what he said now, it's unfortunate that obviously as an ordinary person, you are not allowed to enter into the conference. Why he has traveled there is one of the people that, have connection or have got people that they know that help them to gather all the momentous information that they wanted to. Earlier on, you saw the video. I will play again the video later. You saw the video, Champion Trust, when he was inside the conference room. So so that was that is him, and he is still, as we are speaking to you now, he is still in Angola, waiting for his flight or his business things that he's doing there. But obviously he's gonna go back to his origin route, wherever he comes from. But we are privileged that we are catching him live where he's sitting. As you can see, he's live. He's in Angola, one of the hotels. One of the things that I must share you see, he's going in and out. He's telling us that in Angola, one of the difficult things that there are challenges of network. You can imagine Africa, challenges of network in a hotel. So that is the challenge that is having now in Angola. So before we lose you again, Champion Trust, you are in Angola and you are in Angola now, and you are waiting to leave. People might want to know, because on social media there's a video that is circulating. I know you just touched base on it a bit. Mnangagwa came out of the conference and he met Ruben Barwe, one of the ZBC presenters. I think you know him better. And he said that there was nothing that was discussed about Zimbabwe there. What can you say from the information that we have there in Angola? Did you hear my question? Oh, network again. Champion Trust, are you there? Champion Trust, are you there? So anyway, I had posed the question to Champion Trust here to speak on the video that or the video that is circulating on social media, where Emmerson Mnangagwa is actually asked by Ruben Barwe if they are he actually used the naysayers who wanted to smuggle the issue of Zimbabwe there. So and Mnangagwa actually lied to the whole world and lied to the nation that Zimbabwean issue was not on the agenda. So we're just gonna wait for this Trust to come back, because it's falling. I told you that there's an issue of network wherever he is, but particularly where he is in the hotel that he is in Angola. Let me play you the video of Mnangagwa being asked by Ruben Barwe about the issue of the Zimbabwe on the agenda of the Extraordinary Congress. Listen to this.
Comrade President, how did it go?
Excellent. With very successful SADC summit. Yes.
Any of those pretenders who might have wanted to smuggle issues over here, did they get?
No, these things happen in society. Not everybody is a priest. So you find these things happening, but we are so alert that we are going to deal with things that are relevant to the summit, which was called this extraordinary, which means there was a particular subject we had to discuss.
Only DRC issues.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Champion Trust, you are in Angola, and quickly, you heard Emmerson Mnangagwa speaking to Ruben Barwe saying that the issue which was on the agenda, it was only issue of DRC. What can you comment on that?
Taking from what I have heard, from the information that I have gathered from the sidelines, of course, it's very difficult to say somebody who was inside himself as the president was lying. But given the information that I have now, I can safely say that it was not true. Respectively so, he was not telling the truth. And perhaps for diplomatic purpose and for what reasons, for reasons which we don't know, perhaps they've agreed. They must not allow that to be out for people to know that they were talking about the SADC report. But how can you really note something which you did not talk about? Concerned, it is the language, is a diplomatic language which we often associated with the decision. When such a decision is taken, it shows that people have decided, they have talked about it until they reach a decision. So that's how we have found out that no, the president was perhaps talking their own language as.
Yeah, so you are saying that because SADC says that the information that was actually deliberated inside the conference room was not supposed to go outside anyhow, or the issue, if the issue of Zimbabwe, I don't know if it was Zimbabwe or the deliberation, but only the communique that was sent by SADC only speak of that. They take note of the report of election.
As member of state, there was nothing of that sort.
So thank you so much. So what you are saying now is that, yeah, so what you are saying that maybe Mnangagwa was trying to be diplomatic in a sense that the information which was not supposed to be a public information by SADC, he just tried to rubber stamp you so that you go into details about it. Because when he stated that, he stated exactly clearly that the issue which was on the agenda, it was only the issue of DRC, and that's it. He actually said, and that's it.
Yeah, but you see, even by their own communication, it clearly states that there was DRC issues, and the Zimbabwean election report was noted. It's not me who says that, it's their communication, but it's all up to us to something. It means they've reached a decision. And how do you reach a decision without talking about that, without talking about that report? It means they deliberated.
Yes. So like now, we know
that is also the info. Yes. So yeah.
So thank you so much. I know we are having some hearing each other's challenges because you are very far and you are in Angola, where you have already stated that network is a challenge even in the hotel room where you are sitting right there now. Anyway, we know that there was an information circulating again on Tuesday when the extraordinary summit was online. And we had the Foreign Affairs Minister, Zimbabwe Foreign Affairs Minister, of Frederick Shava, stating that the issue of Zimbabwe was not on the agenda, and which contradicted the information which was spoken by the head of state or the Troika head of security and politics, His Excellency His Excellent President Hakainde Hichilema, saying that the issue of Zimbabwe was on the agenda, and it's only that the network glitches happened before they get to the issue of Zimbabwe. Now, Frederick Shava came again and confirmed what he had dismissed earlier on Tuesday and Wednesday. He had dismissed that there was no Zimbabwean issue on their agenda, and he reiterated that they've declined or they've managed to stop issue of Zimbabwe being smuggled into this issue because we were speaking about only DRC. But here is Frederick Shava, what he has said in this context, because he's now confirming that the issue of Zimbabwe was on the agenda. I don't know if he have egg on his face that he dismissed it only Tuesday, 3-4 days ago, and only confirmed it today, yesterday about it. I don't know what he is thinking, or is just thinking that Zimbabwean people can just take lies just like that. Listen to Frederick Shava, what he has just to say.
Nothing came out for this program.
Anything which came out behind closed doors concerning Zimbabwe and the Eswatini, say from the chairman of the organ?
No, nothing. Nothing came out for these two countries. Of course, Zimbabwe identified an agenda item which wanted to discuss Zimbabwe, but we adjourned before we could get to it.
Who had put that on the agenda?
The people who prepared for the meeting, we can say the president, the chairman of SADC himself, or the secretariat, I suppose, that prepares papers for discussion.
Was it about sanctions or it was about the elections?
No, it was about the elections. The secretariat put this thing about the elections in Zimbabwe, and they wanted to discuss at the extraordinary meeting. But the extraordinary meetings, they discussed the one thing that they go for. In this case, it was the DRC issue. And we just made that point to the meeting.
That we don't intend.
We object. Yeah.
And then the meeting ended.
No, the meeting ended not because of that. The meeting has ended because we're having connectivity glitches from the various destinations that we are seated in. Mm-hmm. And because of this, the meeting was becoming inconsistent in terms of audibility itself. So the chairman suggested that maybe we should defer to a meeting in person.
Which could be done when? Next August?
He suggested Saturday, this Saturday.
So the heads of state might be meeting this coming Saturday.
I think we are going to Angola for the meeting on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Right. So we have had Frederick Shava confirming when he had already dismissed the earlier on. But what boggles people's mind is that, look, people hearing the president dismissing that the case which was just only discussed was the issue of SADC, was the issue of DRC. And when on the other hand, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is saying that it was there on the agenda prepared by the people that he doesn't know, as if he doesn't know the protocols of SADC, that the people who put the story on the agenda is the SADC Secretariat who put the information on the agenda. But anyway, let's leave that. And what I want to drive home is that on the discussion, also people, you heard Ruben Barwe stating that when is the meeting, or actually he was asking a question rather to say, when is the issue of Zimbabwe going to be discussed? And he put a disclaimer to say, is it next August? This is again the propaganda that ZANU-PF people are spreading across social media to say there will be, initially it was, we had them on Twitter Spaces, on social media, saying that there will be no extraordinary Congress that will take place anyway in the SADC region, except only the Congress that will be taking place in August, that will be next year. But the devil is a liar. The extraordinary Congress was set. It was actually set initially online, and there were network glitches. Like you can hear, we can forgive our champion trust there, because it's going down and up because of the network in Angola, where the chairperson of SADC is, and I think he was also getting the same problems. And it was again rescheduled for yesterday in person, which was face-to-face conference where we are speaking now with a Trust Ndlovu, who is also there, who had gone there to give or to hand over a petition that I want, just if not in details, Champion Trust to speak about the petition. We know that there was a petition that was supposed to be submitted. Did you manage to do that? If not, what were the glitches? Oh, you see, he has fallen again. I think the IT department, can you just play again the video of Trust and at the SADC conference venue, just to, while we are waiting for him to answer the question.
The Hotel, as you can see, the signed there, where this activity is taking place, and the deliberations are still going on. It's a very difficult situation in this place because it's a very tight security, but the major important issue that I hear about is that there are deliberations on the issues in DRC, and the issues on the Zimbabwe issue, that is the issue of SADC SEOM report. I heard that it has been adopted, and that simply means that it's indirectly, we can say it was endorsed. And when that report is endorsed, it simply means that therefore even those elections were null and void, elections were nullified. By extensions, the ZEC results were nullified. So yes, it's a very tricky situation. We cannot explain it properly, but by interpretation that it is what it means. And of course, I can say by confidence that the SADC summit has adopted the SADC report on Zimbabwe elections. So if it is adopted it has noted that these elections were not free and fair and were not credible. That is what it means, because when you note something, you uphold it, you endorse it, you adapt it, and in simple terms, you agree with the contents of that report, which is very clear that these elections were not free and fair. So, by extension, the presidency of Mr. Mnangagwa has been nullified. And I'm here representing the SADC Citizens Democratic Society and all the citizens, of course. Even though I came with the intention of ending this petition, we are guided to not to give it here, but to go to another office, because you remember that Mr. Lawrence, the president of Angola, has the right, he's the chair of the SADC actually. So that is why we need to respect that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so right. So unfortunately, we are not going to get Champion Trust back. But you heard that towards the last of his video is that said they went there as concerned Zimbabweans, and they went to hand over a petition. You see, he was holding a petition in his hand. That's why he got the privilege of being accommodated, or the privilege of being allowed to get into the conference room, so that he and the team, or him and the group that he went with there can submit the petition to the SADC chairperson, which happens to be the Angolan president. So unfortunately, I was asking him that question: did they manage to hand over the petition? And he is communicating with me to say, actually, the network has gone down and he can't join again. But we will keep you updated in all the information that we'll get here on Change Radio. My name is DJ Prof. For now, I sign out, but don't go away. I'll leave you with something that you need to listen to and to watch as we wind our program. We just wanted to inform you that Emmerson Mnangagwa has lied to the nation as well as the world. I know some people are asking, what next? What is going to happen next? The fact that the SADC has endorsed, or if take note of the report, that actually the report that they write themselves, because the SADC mission, or the SADC observer mission, was the one that wrote that report to SADC. So writing to it to themselves, these were the head of state looking at this document. So for surely they are going to have a resolution on that, because what we heard is the report has been taken note of, and there is a committee formed to deliberate on that report. That's why And that's why you are seeing that Jonathan Moyo has gone mute, George Charamba has gone mute, Nikki Mangwana has gone mute, Hulu has gone mute, and all the information systems of ZANU-PF have gone mute about this extraordinary Congress of yesterday. They were on Sky's on Tuesday when the Zimbabwe issue was not discussed, and they went on rampage propaganda. The spread of the propaganda spread in a paraffin speed because they wanted people to discredit or to think that the SADC was not going to speak about it. Anyway, it remains the owners of SADC to be recognized as a board that has got teeth to bite, because they've produced their own report through the observer mission, and now they have to deliberate on their own report, which everyone know that the report was a demeaning one and was the first time that you get a SADC report like that from a SADC nation elections. In that regard, let's keep our fingers crossed and let's pray for Zimbabwe. I am DJ Prof, Change Radio Zimbabwe. I sign out. Thank you.
Zimbabwe, ungizo wapuma, kwa mutoko wapuma, kariba wapuma, umula wapuma, uzaka wapuma, bikita wapuma, uticha miso imani, acha kutungamira Zimbabwe. Bachami wese wapuma, kuticha misawu imani, acha tutungamira Zimbabwe. Dare takara, diaspora yapuma, kuticha misawu imani, acha tutungamira Zimbabwe. Dare takara, mondoro serika ikoza puma, kuticha misawu imani, acha tutungamira Zimbabwe. Dare takara, ndirosi tekudeka dzapuma, kuticha misawu imani, acha tutungamira Zimbabwe.